Please be seated. Good evening and welcome to the 2022 Troy University Honors Convocation. My name is Lance Tatum and I serve as the Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Tonight we celebrate student academic achievement, and we honor these students who have excelled both during the academic year and throughout their time at Troy University. When a student begins their academic career, in a sense, they embark on a journey. For many of us, when we begin a journey down an unknown path, a guide is needed. On this journey, our faculty serve as the student's guide. Faculty lead students on paths of discovery, to realizations and knowledge. Not only do faculty lead in the classroom, guiding students to where they need to go intellectually, but they also lead by example, striving forward with discoveries in research and scholarship. Simply put, from our faculty, the quest for learning is imparted to our students. So, to our faculty tonight, we also celebrate your efforts and the impact you have made on our students. To the family and friends joining us tonight on campus and online, you have the opportunity to glow in the accomplishments of your student, and we are delighted you have decided to share in our pride as we celebrate the remarkable achievements of these students. And finally, to our students, in every way, you are the reason why we are here tonight. You are our purpose. You are our mission. No matter how many scholarships or awards are established, no matter how well our faculty teach and lead, no matter how much support you receive from your families and friends, it is you who has achieved. You are the ones awake late in the evening preparing for exams and writing papers. You are the ones balancing personal, co-curricular, and the challenges of life with the steadfastness of determination to excel. To each of you, I say congratulations. At this time, I would like to take a moment and welcome and recognize Troy University's First Lady, Mrs. Janice Hawkins. Mrs. Hawkins, would you please stand and allow us to acknowledge you for the many contributions you have made and continue to make to Troy University. Thank you. At this time, I would ask you to please stand for the invocation. Our invocation this evening will be delivered by Ms. Brantley Lawrence. Once completed, you may be seated.
Please bow your heads and pray with me. Heavenly Father, thank you for gathering us here today to celebrate the accomplishments of those in the room. Father, thank you for the students and all of their hard work and dedication that these students have put into achieving their goals. Thank you for the people that have surrounded them to help them to where they are right now. Thank you for the professors, their family, their friends. You're such a gracious God that you would provide us encouragement and community to do life with and achieve things. Most of all, thank you that we got to celebrate this past weekend on Easter, that you, a holy and just God, would send your only Son down to die on a cross to save us from our sins. Thank you that you provide grace and mercy to us every day without fail. As we go from here, please go before us and behind us in our future endeavors, and help us to do everything to glorify you. Sustain us in hard work and dedication to be able to accomplish our goals for many years to come. You are with us always. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Brantley. As I stated earlier, tonight's Honors Convocation recognizes outstanding achievement and the quality of individuals who attend and work at Troy University. Since his arrival on campus, our Chancellor has placed two elements, excellence and quality, as the foundation for all that we do. At this time, it is my pleasure to present the Chancellor of Troy University, Dr. Jack Hawkins, Jr.
Thank you, Dr. Tatum, and thank you for your outstanding leadership and for your long years of service. Thanks so much. It is indeed a pleasure for me to bring you greetings on behalf of our Board of Trustees. Thank you, too, Dr. Tatum, for recognizing my First Lady and bride of many, many years. I'm very proud of her, and I thank you for recognizing her. This is truly one of the highlights of the year, a time when we recognize the very best and brightest of Troy University. But it takes great people to do that, and in fact, I often say, and our faculty have heard me say this many times, the most important thing we do is to serve our students. That's priority number one. You can't do that unless you do priority number two very well, and that is to hire people and good people. And we're so proud of our faculty and staff and the commitment they've made. I'd like for those faculty members who are here with us, particularly those on the stage, to stand. They represent hundreds of others, but I thank them too for their involvement tonight. So please, faculty members, please stand up and let us say thank you for a job well done. Faculty. Thank you. Thank you so much. Tonight, no doubt, the most important people here are our honorees. We've come here to celebrate them, but there are some very, very special people here who have loved and supported and encouraged them for many years, the families. Troy University takes great pride in being a family-focused institution. Family values are important. Families are important. Families who are here tonight are important. If you're a family member, please stand up and let all of us, particularly our honorees, say thank you for your love, support, and maybe your financial investment. So please stand up and let us say thank you. Thank you so much. I am very proud for more than 3 decades to have been part of this university, and the pride that we feel in Troy University, I think, grows every day. And I'm very proud that we've had, in spite of some challenging circumstances, we've had another good year. For the 17th year in a row, Princeton Review ranked Troy as among the very best universities in the Southeast. U.S. News and World ranked Troy number 44 among regional public universities in the South and ranked Troy among the top 20 in the most innovative institutions in this part of the world. Military is important. We take great pride in supporting our military around the world. And indeed, this year, Troy was not only recognized as the best institution in service in this state, but number 18 around this country. So we continue to wave the flag high at Troy University. Patriotism is just part of our culture. Proud of our academic programs. Our risk management and insurance program ranked number 12 in America. Our School of Journalism ranked number 6. Our accounting program has always been extraordinary, but it ranked number 16 in America based on CPA results. Our Troy University was recognized too, and this is something that we only learned about a few months ago, but it was a national study that was done by a commission at the national level known as Partners for College Affordability and Public Trust. Troy University was identified among 5 universities in America for good stewardship, quality, and keeping student costs low and student debt very low. Those other institutions included Texas A&M, the University of Florida, one community college out in California, Western Hills Community College, and the University of Illinois. A case document is coming out in the next few months highlighting how Troy was able to do that. And it made it possible for us for the 3rd consecutive year to announce there will be no tuition increase for the coming year. And that's something that takes good stewardship, a close eye to the bottom line, but also placing our students first. And so we're very pleased to be able to make that announcement. So it was a great year. I think we have the best students. I know we have the best faculty and staff in the history of the university. And so it's an honor to come together tonight to honor those who have worked so hard. So congratulations to the students. We're so proud of each of you. I'm proud, too, to introduce our speaker for the evening, and it's Dr. Kevin Walsh, who's with the Greater Alabama Council of the Boy Scouts. He's director of the in-school programs and founder of Youth Leadership Development Program, which is a stellar example of focusing on leadership skills for high school students, knowing that they will go into the communities that await them, making a real difference. Currently, that program serves students in 93 high schools across the state. And it was founded on three basic premises, and that is faith, character, and patriotism. All of those are important pieces of the culture at Troy University. Dr. Walsh began as a teacher and a principal in his home state of Pennsylvania before earning his PhD at the University of Pittsburgh. He joined the faculty at UAB in 1977, and it was there that I met Dr. Walsh many years ago, and he served there until his retirement in 2001. He has written 4 books on character education and has made more than 300 presentations across this country on that very subject. Dr. Walsh knows that freedom is not free, and he believes that patriotism is the key to character development. And in that vein, his youth leadership program sponsors events that recognize Medal of Honor recipients. That's an annual program, and I've been privileged to be part of that and have met some of the most extraordinary and courageous men who ever served this country. He is to be commended for that. It's my honor truly to welcome a great patriot, a leader, a friend of Troy University, a longtime personal friend, and our keynote speaker, Dr. Kevin Walsh.
Thank you. It's a great honor for me to be with you this evening. I first want to acknowledge again the faculty, the administration of Troy, for the incredible things that they have accomplished. I certainly want to thank Dr. Tatum, and I most want to thank Chancellor Hawkins. I also want to thank all of you parents for all you've done for these students their entire lives. Very rarely can an individual achieve without the support of family and friends. So you are to be commended. And you students tonight, obviously, all honors are on you and all eyes are on you. I have to be honest with you that Dr. Hawkins allowed me to have this privilege to be your speaker for tonight. I have to be honest and say I gave up public speaking 22 years ago. This is the first speech I've written in 22 years. In 1 year, I gave 105 speeches across the country, and it was at that point I realized I'd fattened my bank account and I lost my soul. And at that point, I said, I'm no longer going to do this. And so, why did I accept this invitation? I have to tell you, for one reason, my great friend Jack Hawkins. I consider Dr. Hawkins not only to be a great friend, but one of the greatest people I have ever known in my entire life. He exemplifies and symbolizes everything that is good in this country. He is the most remarkable leader I have seen in higher education, and believe me, I have seen the good and the bad of higher education. I have to say that I looked at this tonight and I said, I'm talking to this very elite, academically successful group of people. What am I really going to say to them? Am I going to raw them and say, way to go? Or am I going to make it a challenge for them tonight? And so I decided to do the latter rather than the former. I want to look at this evening. First, yes, congratulations to you for being honored for this remarkable success by one of the most outstanding universities in America and perhaps the world. I say this not gratuitously or to flatter Dr. Hawkins, the faculty, the administration, parents, yourselves, or anybody else. I say this after much thought and consideration. Let me elaborate on this statement. and hopefully cause you to reflect on your years of experience at Troy and the person you have become and are becoming. Obviously, if you take this challenge I give you tonight, what comes to your mind immediately are the friends that you've made, the challenges that you've met and overcome, the good times, the not so good times, the faculty who has taught you. But I believe even more important to your development has been the experiencing of the life and culture at Troy University, both consciously and subconsciously. Consciously, the success you have had in your studies, the knowledge you have acquired, the problems you have solved, your honored academic achievement. Subconsciously, though, this life and experience, you have developed within you a power of being challenged and overcoming. You have found, subconsciously, the joy in finding and having responsibility. That may sound like a very simple statement, but we are living in times in America where too many people don't want to accept responsibility. They don't even want to be responsible for the children they're bringing into this world. You have developed that joy that comes with having that kind of responsibility. Personally, I consider your subconscious, the life and the experience and the climate of Troy, as having more impact upon your success in the future than even the academics that you have been taught. It is what develops within your heart and soul that provides you with the strength to go forward. Now, allow me to make my case for why I believe Troy University is truly a great institution, and you have been blessed to be a beneficiary of this great educational experience. Let's start with the basic premise that you decided to go to college to continue your education. But what does that really mean? What is education? Fundamental question. What is education? Years ago, I wrote what I considered to be what I called a simple truism. Formal education is to prepare the next generation to inherit society. I considered it a simple truism, and let's just start from there. But when the New York Times published what I was saying and what I was doing back in 1992, I realized that not everybody agreed with that. Not only did some disagree, some vehemently called me a radical nationalist. Well, pretty ignorant, I guess, I took it as a compliment. Because I took it as, oh, they're saying I have love of country. Yes, thank you for saying that to me. Recently, I've had the opportunity to hear Dr. Tom Lacona, who is now considered the father of modern character education. And to my surprise, Tom started off by repeating this simple truism. He believes, as I believed, he said, that formal education is to prepare the next generation to inherit society. After the lecture, we were introduced to each other, and he said that after reading this simple truism and my book, he began to see education in a new, enlightened way. So this evening, let's accept the fundamental proposition. Let's accept that proposition that the process of education is to prepare the next generation to inherit society. Then logically, we have to accept that it is the responsibility of each generation to decide what the next generation needs in order to be able to live the good life and preserve and develop the great culture. That is our responsibility as a generation, and is now going to become your responsibility. Hence, formal education has a dual purpose, which is synergistic and cannot live separately. Individuals must be prepared to live the good life and must be prepared to be the inheritors of the culture, and the culture must be preserved. Failure to successfully accomplish each will lead to the destruction of both. Anarchy will reign and culture will collapse. Does this sound a little ominous, or is it prophetic? Is it happening right now when they burn cities? Is it happening right now when they tear down monuments? Is it happening right now when they want to cancel culture? No one ever says that culture is perfect. It's always developing and improving. But you don't destroy it in order to think a new one will emerge. The only thing that will emerge is the loss of culture itself and loss of our national identity. Now, the important question tonight, what constitutes education? I believe that there are three fundamental dimensions to education. I call them dimensions, but they are a trinity. They are living and breathing all in one. There is no ranking or more importance of one. They all exist and must exist for true education to take place. Allow me to enumerate on them, but remember they're one and the same. The first dimension of education is the development of knowledge. You're here tonight. You have succeeded in all of your classes. Your faculty has provided you the latest and best knowledge. You have learned from the very best. And you are as equipped in that knowledge as anybody in this country. But knowledge isn't just functional. Knowledge must also be cultural. Cultural in the sense that in American education today, at all levels, too many people are eliminating cultural knowledge in favor of over-demanding functional knowledge. We're no longer teaching the arts the way we should be. We are no longer teaching history the way we should be. And we certainly aren't teaching civics the way that we should be. So it's not a simple matter of class, tests, and success. It's a matter of emerging with this wholeness of knowledge. And I believe you got that at Troy, consciously and subconsciously. And I can't say that for all universities. The second dimension of education is the training of mental abilities, thinking and problem solving, creating, inventing. If you gain knowledge and it is inert within you, you can repeat it, but you don't know how to use it in new and different ways and systems in an ever-changing world, then it is absolutely useless to you. And so as part of this education process at Troy, I know that you have solved problems. I know that you've had to create. I know that you've had to do all of these things that will help to develop this second dimension of education, the training of mental abilities. But there is one underlying aspect to the training of mental abilities, and that is mental discipline. Learning to finish what you begin, to complete what you start, to successfully take on all challenges, and no matter what faces you, overcome them. It is what is commonly called now today in the popular literature, grit. And you, my esteemed honorees tonight, have proven you have grit. you have proven you have developed that mental discipline that you did not let anything stop you from successfully completing your courses and your coursework. Now, that's two dimensions of education. And if that's part of this preparing the next generation to inherit American society, wonderful. But the most dangerous thing we can do, and I believe we are doing it in this country now, is to develop people with knowledge, develop people who know how to use knowledge in new, unique ways, but do not possess the morals and values to use this powerful ability for what is right and what is good. Because the third dimension of education at all levels for all inheritors to have is the development of character. We must focus upon the development of morals and values and virtues, and we must have our next generation of people have the moral structure by which they will do what is right, what is just, and what is good. Ultimately, education must always result in the successful preparation of the individual to be capable of living the good life. And that is functionally and morally, practically and spiritually, and breathe new life into this great culture. When you look back at your lives many years from now, I dare say success will be less in focus and of importance than the lives you have positively affected and what you have done to create a better world, a better America for those who come after you. That will be what you will look back on in life with. Not your great successes, not the degrees you've gotten, not the jobs you've even possessed, but in fact, what legacy am I leaving to this next generation who are the inheritors of this miraculous thing we call America? So in support of my opening position that Troy University is one of the great universities, too many so-called named universities may give knowledge, but all too often don't want you to think, only believe as they tell you to believe. That you're ignorant if you don't believe as they believe. And I can also say that most not only don't help to promote the development of character, they all too often want to destroy the core of the character you arrived with from your home and your church. They want to remold you into a character that they see as wanting this country to be. You, I sincerely believe, have been blessed to be truly educated at a great institution, because Troy not only understands and values all three dimensions of education, it is an environment where all three are nurtured and encouraged to grow within your mind and your heart. I say again, congratulations on being honored for your academic success. Congratulations also for having experienced an education in its fullest sense. For you have had an education that develops individuals who will think for themselves, not only of themselves. Troy has given that to you. An education that has started you on the road to wisdom, which it only can come with an appreciation of the greatness of this wonderful experiment we call America, and an understanding that in God we as a nation must trust. I encourage you to take this blessed education and experience and become crusaders for character and culture. Something that's not going to be easy, because there are too many out there that want to belittle and destroy those who believe in these things. You have to be a crusader now. Not just a simple supporter, a crusader for these things. As John Kennedy said in his inaugural address, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. It is now your time to live a good life and accept responsibility for preparing the next generation to inherit this very special, blessed nation we call America. May God bless you on your journey and mission in life, and may God bless Troy University. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Walsh, for your words of encouragement and inspiration. At this time, I'd like to call upon the Troy University Collegiate Singers under the direction of Dr. Scott Sexton and accompanied by Dr. John Ginwright to perform Fly Away Home. Thank you. At this time, we will begin the recognition of individual awards. We will begin in the College of Arts and Sciences. Presenting for the College of Arts and Sciences will be Dr. Stephen Taylor.
Good evening. My name is Stephen Taylor. I serve as the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and it is my pleasure to introduce the college and to this evening recognize the students within my college who are being honored tonight. I'm going to name a number of honor societies. As I name the honor society, would you please stand and remain standing? And we'll recognize all the honor society inductees all at one time. Starting with Alpha Epsilon Delta Beta for excellence in pre-medical scholarship and to stimulate the appreciation of the importance of study of pre-medical education. Beta 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 for biological science majors with superior academic records promoting biological research. Phi Alpha Theta, whose members are selected on the basis of excellence in study of writing of history. Pi Gamma Mu for students demonstrating outstanding scholarship and service in social sciences. Pi Mu Epsilon for excellence in mathematics and for the promotion of scholarly activity in mathematics. Pi Sigma Alpha for the study of political science. And Alpha Pi Sigma recognizing the academic excellence of undergraduate and graduate students in criminal justice. Please round of applause for all these inductees. At this time, I'd like to begin the recognition of individual awards, starting with Mrs. Janet Gadsden.
The mission of Alpha Epsilon Delta Honor Society is to encourage and recognize excellence in pre-medical scholarship, to stimulate an appreciation of the importance of a pre-medical education, to promote communication between the medical and pre-medical students and educators, to provide a forum for students with common interest, and to use its resources to benefit health organizations, charities, and the community. Each year, one AED member is selected that best represents the mission of the Honor Society. The 2022 recipient of the Alpha Epsilon Delta Award is Mr. David Weber. The Scholars Award is the highest honor presented to a student in the Department of Biological and Environmental Sciences. This award represents excellence in research, excellence in academics, and excellence in service. Each year, one student is selected the best, which represents excellence. The 2022 recipient of the Department of Biological and Environmental Sciences Scholars Award is Mr. David Weber. Beta 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 is a National Honor Society for biological science majors who have superior academic records. The society seeks to stimulate scholarship, disseminate scientific knowledge, and to promote biological research. Our Leadership and Scholarship Award is given to the Beta 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 member who best exemplifies these ideals. The 2022 recipient of the Beta 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 Leadership and Scholarship Award is Mr. Ethan Evans.
The Colonial Dames of America Paper Award is given for the year's Best Student Writing in Colonial History. This year's recipient is Alyssa Allen. The Nathan Alexander Memorial Phi Alpha Theta Scholastic Award recognizes the graduating history major with the highest cumulative GPA. This award is named in honor of the late Professor William Nathan Alexander, whose enthusiasm for historical scholarship, dedication to his students, colleagues, and Troy University inspired all of those who knew him. This year's recipient is Alexander Berenstrauch. Unfortunately, Mr. Berenstrauch was not able to be with us this evening, so I will make sure that he receives his award. The G. Ray Mathis Memorial Award is given to the junior history major with the greatest promise for creative research and writing in history. This year's recipient is Carl Pratt. The Leonard Y. Trapp Memorial Scholarship is given to a senior history education student for academic achievement and exceptional potential as a future teacher in the field of history. This year's recipient is Claire Applin. The Lewis Hopper Perpetual Scholarship was established by William F. Hopper, former Senior Vice President of Financial Affairs at Troy University, in honor of his father. It is the intent of the donor that the scholarship be presented to hardworking students who possess the highest character. This year's recipient is Michaela Baker.
Pi Mu Epsilon Excellence and Leadership Award is given annually in recognition of the student in Pi Mu Epsilon who has most demonstrated excellence in leadership to Pi Mu Epsilon and its goals at Troy University. The recipient is chosen by a group of faculty from among the current members of the Troy chapter of Pi Mu Epsilon Mathematics Honor Society. And they're chosen from those who have been an integral part of the planning, organization, activities, and overall success of the chapter. The recipient of the 2022 Pi Mu Epsilon Excellence and Leadership Award is Laura Grace Dennis. The James F. O'Neill Mathematics Education Award is given in honor of the late Mr. James O'Neill, who was a member of the Mathematics Department for 33 years and was chair for 16 years. The recipient of the James O'Neill Mathematics Award is chosen by faculty of the Mathematics Department from among the mathematics education students having the highest GPA in both mathematics and mathematics education courses. The recipient of the James O'Neill Mathematics Education Award is Kelly Dunn. The Virgil L. Collins Mathematics Award is given in honor of Mr. Virgil L. Collins, who served as chairman of the Mathematics Department at Troy for 26 years. The recipient of this award is chosen by the faculty of the Mathematics Department from among those senior mathematics majors having the highest GPA in mathematics. It is in recognition of outstanding achievement in the field of mathematics. The recipient of the Virgil L. Collins Mathematics Award for 2022 is Wesley Holdcraft.
The Dennis Lee Bowden Computer Science Award is given annually to the senior students having the highest GPA. So this year's recipient is Kayla Maria Holmos.
The Outstanding Political Science Student of the Year Award is given annually to the student who best exemplifies the study of political science through high performance in academics and through his or her leadership contributions to the political science department, the university, and the community. This award is in honor of Dr. Sam Shelton, a political science faculty member who exemplifies excellence in teaching through both his knowledge and ability to connect with the students. The 2022 Outstanding Political Science Student of the Year is Miss Maris Green.
The Alpha Phi Sigma Distinguished Honors Graduate Prize was established by the late Dr. Charles L. Jones and is awarded annually to an outstanding graduating senior. The student must be a member of Troy University's chapter of Alpha Phi Sigma and is selected by the criminal justice faculty. The award is based on grade point average, participation in criminal justice program activities, university life, and volunteer work. This year's award recipient is Ms. Addison Meeks.
Good evening. I'm Judson Edwards, and it's my honor to serve as Dean of the Sorrel College of Business, of which I am a proud graduate, and introduce the college tonight. This is a special academic year for our faculty, staff, and students, as we have just celebrated the 50th anniversary of the Sorrel College of Business. And though things have definitely changed through the years, I think one of the things we're most proud of as a faculty and staff is that our core values are front and center of everything that we do every day, in which we believe that success and career in life is possible when you lead with heart, humility, and hard work. At this time, I'd like to recognize this year's newly inducted members in the Honor Society for the college, and so I would like to ask these students to stand and remain standing so they can be recognized. Students have been inducted into Beta Gamma Sigma, which is the International Honor Society for business programs exclusively serving schools of business that are accredited by AACSB International, which represents the top 5% of business schools in the world. Will the students please stand? Also, Eta Sigma Delta, the Honor Society for Outstanding Hospitality and Tourism Management students, and Chi Sigma Mu, which represents the best students in sport management. Would you please give these students a round of applause? Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Robert Mathner to come forward to make an individual presentation.
Good evening. The School of Hospitality, Sport, and Tourism Management Most Outstanding Student Award is based on the student earning a minimum of a 3.25 grade point average, and has demonstrated leadership inside and/or outside the classroom, and has actively been engaged in hospitality, sport, and/or tourism-related activities. This award signifies the efforts put forth by HSTM students to actively set themselves apart from other HSTM students as a result of their academic coursework, their leadership, and activities related to the HSTM industry. It's an honor and privilege to provide this award to Olivia Stewart.
Good evening. My name is Larry Blocker, and I serve as the Dean of the College of Communication and Fine Arts. It is my pleasure to join my colleagues in recognizing our CCFA students who are being honored this evening. Selection for membership in Sigma Tau Delta recognizes academic excellence in English, and selection for membership in Sigma Delta Pi recognizes excellence in Hispanic studies. Lambda Pi Eta is the official Communication Studies Honor Society, and Tau Delta Theta is the National Honor Society for Dance Arts. Will the students newly inducted into these organizations please stand and allow us to congratulate you. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Teresa Johnson to continue our CCFA award presentations.
The Pi Lambda chapter of Sigma Tau Delta, the International Honorary English Society, was founded in Troy in 1972. I am honored today to serve as an advisor and present the 2022 Sigma Tau Delta Award as decided by chapter members to the one who best exemplifies the highest standards of academic excellence as well as leadership and service, to Miss Kathleen Deal.
The Bernardi Williams Award is presented annually to a student who, in the estimation of the English department faculty, is the outstanding English major. The winner of this year's award is Elle Russell.
The Modern Language Award is presented to a student who has excelled in one or more of the languages taught at Troy University. This award consists of a silver tray inscribed with the recipient's name, which is also added to a plaque permanently displayed in Wright Hall. The winner of the 2022 Modern Language Award is Abby Hollis.
The John M. Long School of Music Outstanding Music Graduate Award is given annually to a graduating music major who demonstrates outstanding scholarship, musicianship, and service. The student is selected by a vote of all full-time faculty in the School of Music. This year's recipient is Cole Jackson. The John M. Long Achievement Award is given annually to a music major in the band with the highest GPA who also demonstrates character and leadership and is selected by vote of full-time faculty in the band area. This year's recipient is Deshaun Iverson. The William R. Dennison Choral Excellence Award is presented annually to the music major in the choir with the highest GPA, who also demonstrates character and leadership and is selected by vote of full-time faculty teaching in the choral area. This year's recipient is Caroline Swan.
Each year, the Hall School of Journalism faculty honors an outstanding senior. Faculty nominates students based on scholarship, leadership, and service. The Hall School of Journalism and Communication proudly announces the 2022 Outstanding Senior, Ayana Nicole Williams.
The Department of Art and Design will recognize 2 students who have shown both outstanding scholarship and dedication to the visual arts. The Department of Art and Design Outstanding Scholarship and Achievement in Fine Arts is awarded to Brandon Rice. The Center for Design, Technology, and Industry Award of Excellence in Design goes to Elisa Detlefson.
The David Dye Award for Excellence in Theater Artistry and Academics is named for Dr. David Dye, the originator of formal theater study and training as we now know it at Troy University. Today, following the lead of Dr. Dye, students in the Department of Theater and Dance work diligently to model excellence in study, artistry, humanity, and outreach. This award is given each year to a theater or theater education graduate who exemplifies excellence in each of these areas, as well as significant involvement and leadership within the department. The 2022 recipient of the David Dye Award for Excellence in Theater Artistry and Academics is a theater major from Troy, Alabama, Jacob Brooks. The Award for Excellence in Dance Artistry and Scholarship is awarded annually by the Department of Theater and Dance to a student graduating with the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Dance. This honor is bestowed upon a student who not only exemplifies exceptional talent and ability in dance performance and artistry, but who also demonstrates excellence in academic scholarship, character, and humanity, and a conscientious outreach to share his or her abilities and ideas with others. In addition, the student recipient must demonstrate sustained and active engagement within the department and must have exhibited leadership during his or her time in the dance program. The 2022 recipient of the Award for Excellence in Dance Artistry and Scholarship is a dance major from Spanish Fort, Alabama, Taylor Dewberry.
Good evening. I'm Kerry Palmer, Dean of the College of Education here at Troy University, and a proud alumnus of Troy University and of the College of Education. It is my pleasure to introduce the College of Education this evening. First, I would like to recognize those students being inducted into our two honor societies. Kappa Delta Pi is the oldest honor society at Troy University, recognizing outstanding contributions to the field of education. Would any newly inducted members of Kappa Delta Pi who are here this evening please stand and be recognized? Saikai exists to advance the science of psychology and to encourage, stimulate, and maintain a high level of scholarship within the psychology profession. Would the newly inducted members of Saikai please stand and be recognized? This time, I would like to begin the recognition of our college's award recipients by asking Ms. Kathy Lott to make our first presentation.
Established in 1974, the W.P. Lewis Award is presented annually to a member of Kappa Delta Pi who exhibits outstanding academic achievement, leadership, and service. Dr. Lewis served many years as a professor in and chair of the Education Department and as a director of the graduate school. As a respected educator, this award honors Dr. Lewis each year for his exceptional contributions to Troy. The recipient of the 2022 W.P. Lewis Award is Isabella Worley. In 1975, the W.H. Irwin Award was established as and is presented annually to an outstanding education major. Dr. R.H. Irwin held several key positions at Troy, including chair of the Education and Psychology departments, director of graduate studies, registrar, and director of placements before his retirement in the late 1960s. Each year, this award acknowledges the contributions and his dedication to Troy. The recipient of the 2022 R.H. Irwin Award is Bonnie Bell.
The Chelsea Ray Huggins Memorial Saikai Award for Outstanding Scholarship in Psychology is named for Chelsea Ray Huggins, who was a Troy University psychology major and member of Troy's Saikai chapter. With this award, we commemorate Chelsea's impact on the Troy community and her excellence in scholarship. Each spring, a faculty committee from the Department of Psychology selects a junior or senior psychology major who has demonstrated academic excellence and high levels of scholarly engagement. As faculty advisor to Troy's Saikai chapter, I'm happy to present this year's Chelsea Ray Huggins Memorial Saikai Award for Outstanding Scholarship in Psychology to Chaya Swain.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Jay Garner, and it's my pleasure to introduce the College of Health and Human Services tonight. First, I'd like to recognize this year's newly inducted members to the Honor Societies. Will the newly inducted members please stand, remain standing to be recognized? The first is Phi Epsilon Kappa, for those outstanding students pursuing careers in health, physical education, and recreation. Our second is Iota Chi Alpha, an honor fraternity for those majoring in athletic training education who have attained a high level of scholarship. Finally, Sigma Theta Tau, recognizing superior achievements in nursing and the commitment to the ideals of the nursing profession. Please let us recognize all of the new Honor Society initiates with a round of applause. At this time, I would like to recognize our college's award recipients by asking Ms. Lana Johnson to make her first presentation. Thank you.
Good evening. The Department of Kinesiology and Health Promotion gives an award each year to a senior that exemplifies leadership and excellence in the field of physical education, teacher education. This award is given to a student that is not only an outstanding in GPA, but excels in teaching. This year, I'm very proud to present our award to Miss Lainey Wells.
The Outstanding Student Award in Exercise Science was voted on by the faculty of the Department of Kinesiology and Health Promotion and exemplifies leadership, excellence, and superior professional promise. This award is given to a student whose academic merit, dedication, and effort towards the field are exemplary. The recipient of the 2022 Outstanding Student Award in Exercise Science is Catherine Daniel.
The Outstanding Human Services Award is presented to human services majors who not only exhibit the competencies of the National Organization for Human Services in practicum, but also have demonstrated high scholastic excellence and exceeded program standards. This year's recipient is Sarah Mitchell Wagner.
The Dr. Ray S. Baggett Memorial Scholarship is given annually to an athletic training student. Dr. Ray Baggett graduated from Troy University in 1956 and worked his way up the athletic training ladder to become known as one of the most respected athletic trainers in the region. He returned to his alma mater in 1996 and finished out his career on this campus. In memory of Dr. Baggett's hard work and dedication to the field of athletic training, this year's recipient of the Dr. Ray S. Baggett Memorial Scholarship Award is Yasmin Green. The James A. Whiteside, MD Eminent Scholarship Award is given annually to an athletic training student that goes above and beyond in both their classroom and clinical education. Serving as team physician for many prestigious schools, including Troy University, Dr. Whiteside always took time to educate whoever was interested, no matter what he was doing. This year's recipient of the James A. Whiteside, MD Eminent Scholarship Award is Yasmin Green.
Each year, the Iota Theta chapter of Sigma Theta Tau recognizes one outstanding nursing student displaying superior achievement in nursing, development of leadership, and fostering high professional standards. The recipient of the 2022 Sigma Theta Tau Iota Theta chapter Outstanding Nursing Student Award is Ms. Morgan Rogers. Also, annually, the Irene Gill Davis Award is given to one senior-level nursing student displaying a high GPA, qualities of professionalism, and courteousness towards peers and others, as well as service as a role model to others. This award is voted on by the faculty of our nursing department, and the recipient of the 2022 Irene Gill Davis Award is Braden Manuel. Unfortunately, he could not be with us tonight as he is displaying these characteristics as he serves our patients. Thank you.
The Green Humanitarian Social Work Award is presented to graduating social work student who has excelled in leadership, service, and academics. A minimum GPA of 3.5 must be maintained in all college work ever attempted in order to be eligible for this prestigious award. The honor is awarded in order to recognize the student who demonstrates exemplary potential to contribute to society and to the profession of social work. It also honors the School of Social Work founding chair, Dr. Denise M. Green. This year's recipient for the Social Work Award is Ariana Fulton.
Good evening. My name is Marianne Templeton, and I serve as the Associate Provost and Dean of the Graduate School. And it is my pleasure to introduce the Graduate School to you this evening and to recognize the outstanding graduate student research here at Troy University. I begin tonight with a presentation of the Best Graduate Research Scholar Award. Students winning this award have demonstrated their ability to ask good questions, seek solutions, and quantify those solutions through solid research. This award demonstrates the individual's ability to not only increase his or her own knowledge, but also to expand the knowledge in the academy. It is my honor and privilege to present the 2022 Best Graduate Student Research Award to Ms. Holly Clifton.
The Political Science Department delivers two graduate programs, the Master of Public Administration and the Master of Science and International Relations. The department has created an award to recognize one student from each of these programs who exemplifies the highest academic and leadership standards expected of students in an advanced degree program at Troy University. The Master of Public Administration degree prepares students to excel in careers as administrators in public service, whether in the public, contracting, or nonprofit sectors. The recipient of the 2022 award for Outstanding Graduate Political Science Student of the Year for the Master of Public Administration program is Alexis Stom. The Master of Science and International Relations degree is designed to provide students the foundation and knowledge to meet the challenges of the ever-changing relationships among nations of the world. This award is in honor of the memory of Dr. James Reinhardt. Dr. Reinhardt received his PhD in International Relations from the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs at Syracuse University. Dr. Reinhardt served as the director of the Master of Science and International Relations program, chair of the Department of Political Science, and was dean of College of Arts and Sciences when he passed away in 2015. The recipient of the 2022 James F. Reinhardt Award is Mr. Kenneth Allen Talent III.
Good evening. I'm Hal Fulmer. I serve at Troy University as the Associate Provost and Dean of Undergraduate Studies. We come to that portion of our program tonight where we will recognize students who have achieved across many disciplinary fields. We begin by recognizing students who've been selected into programs and honor societies that represent those many disciplines. As I recognize these programs and honor societies, I would ask that the new members would stand and remain standing, and I would ask if you would hold your applause so that we could then recognize all of them at one time at the end. The 87 recognizes outstanding campus leaders. Would those inductees into the 87 please stand? The Order of Omega recognizes outstanding Greek leaders. Would those new members of the Order of Omega please stand? Alpha Lambda Delta recognizes those students who've had superior scholarship in their first year and assist them in developing meaningful goals as a Troy University student. Would our members of Alpha Lambda Delta please stand? Omicron Delta Kappa recognizes juniors and seniors for exemplary character and superior scholarship and leadership. Would our members of ODK please stand? Mortar Board recognizes seniors for distinguished achievement in scholarship, leadership, and service. Would our members of Mortar Board please stand? And Phi Kappa Phi recognizes the top 10% of seniors and top juniors in scholarship. Would members of Phi Kappa Phi please stand? Now, would you please recognize all these students with a round of applause? Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, we'll begin the recognition of some individual award recipients, and I would ask Barbara Patterson to make that first presentation.
The pursuit of academic excellence is the goal of every sorority for their members. Tonight, we recognize the sorority who earned the highest grade point average for spring 21 and fall 2021. Tonight's honoree with a 3.48 overall grade point average is Alpha Gamma Delta.
The pursuit of academic achievement is at the core of all fraternal endeavors. To that end, the Academic Excellence Award for fraternities for spring 2021 and fall 2021 goes to Alpha Tau Omega fraternity.
Alpha Lambda Delta Freshman Honor Society is proud annually to present an Outstanding Freshman Award to an individual who has begun his or her journey at Troy University in exemplary fashion. This year, Alpha Lambda Delta is proud to present the Outstanding Freshman Award to Marley Aldridge.
Mortar Board is a national honor society that recognizes college seniors for excellence in the areas of scholarship, leadership, and service. Each year, the Faye Award is presented to the Mortar Board member who best exemplifies these ideals. This award was established in memory of Faye Ellis, who tragically lost her life in a car accident while serving as president of the Troy University Spires chapter of Mortarboard National Honor Society. The Spires chapter is proud to announce the 2022 Faye Ellis Award winner, Mortarboard President Magdalene Skaziak.
Annually, the Troy Athletic Department recognizes one male and one female student athlete who have excelled in the classroom during their time at Troy and have graduated with their undergraduate degree during the set calendar year. These students truly epitomize the term student athlete in focusing on their academic goals while serving their respective sport. The Sorrell Award is given annually to the highest female student athlete with the highest graduating GPA. This year's recipient from the volleyball program, Natalie Hummel. The Clements Award is given annually to the male student athlete with the highest graduating GPA. This year's recipient from the track and field program, Isaiah Elle. Unfortunately, Isaiah could not be here tonight. Thank you.
The Nolan Hatcher Outstanding International Student Award is given annually to the international student undergraduate who graduated with the highest GPA in the past academic year. This year's recipient is Sumitra Ganguly from Calcutta, India, who majored in physics. Sumitra could not be with us today as he is pursuing his PhD at the University of Florida.
The Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi is the first honor society to recognize scholarship in all fields of study. The Troy University chapter recognizes the top junior and senior each year. This year's Outstanding Junior Award with the highest cumulative grade point average is Kyla Clifton. The Outstanding Senior Award for the Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi goes to the senior with the highest grade point average. This year's recipient is Morgan Duke.
The role of advisor is among the most important of roles at any university. Advisors must be skilled in listening, in appropriate and applicable knowledge, and possess great empathy. Above all, advisors must be strong advocates for student success. Teresa Rogers possessed all of those qualities. She served Troy University in a variety of roles for over 30 years. She was my colleague, and quite frankly, in my 40 years in higher education, she was one of the very best advisors I had ever known. It is our great privilege tonight to present the Teresa Penn Rogers Excellence in Student Advising Award to Dr. Sherry Hoppen of the Hall School of Journalism and Communication.
The Dr. Robert Kruckerberg Faculty Senate Excellence Award recognizes excellence in faculty achievement in all three standards of our profession: research, service, and teaching. Only non-tenure track faculty, to include lecturers and adjuncts, are eligible for nomination. This year's recipient is Professor David Van Buskirk, a Troy alum who accepted a lecture position in 2016 for the Sorrell College of Business. Since that time, he's been a tremendous asset to Troy University, Troy students, and the Troy community. David?
The Ingalls Award for Excellence in Classroom Teaching is given annually to a Troy campus faculty who demonstrates instructional expertise, creativity, and innovation in their classroom, who makes learning engaging, vibrant, and relevant, and who inspires and mentors students. This award is significant because a committee of students elected by their peers recommends to the Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and the Chancellor the faculty who best fits these criteria. The Ingalls symbolizes the primary mission of the university, teaching. Great teachers are known as much for the questions that they ask as for the answers that they provide. Our most enduring example of this method of teaching is Socrates. It is for this reason we present a statue of Socrates to the recipient of the Ingalls Award. In addition to the statue, the recipient also is awarded a plaque and a check for $1,000. This year's recipient is a member of the College of Education and serves as an assistant professor in the Department of Counseling, Rehabilitation, and Interpreter Training, and leads the undergraduate rehabilitation program. Please join me in recognizing this year's Ingalls Award winner, Dr. Sharon Weaver. Dr. Weaver, if you would please come forward to receive your award.
It's my pleasure to present the Algernon Sydney Sullivan Foundation Awards, but before I do, I'd be remiss if I didn't say I hope you have enjoyed this evening as much as I have, as we have been inspired by people who really give us hope for the future. Please join me in saying thank you to all of those who've been recognized. Truly, it's a special honor for me to present these awards. It was in 1981 that Troy University was approved by the Algernon Sydney Sullivan Foundation to grant awards that celebrate nobility of character, a topic that has been much discussed this evening. It's done so by identifying individuals who perpetuate the influence of Algernon Sydney Sullivan and Mary Mildred Sullivan through outstanding spiritual qualities applied to daily living. A committee of faculty members, one administrator, and 2 students elected by the SGA select the award recipients. Awards are given to 1 female student, 1 male student, and the other a non-student recipient. Each recipient receives a university citation and a medallion and citation from the Algernon Sydney Sullivan Foundation. We think it's appropriate that We give the Sullivan Awards at Troy University because our mission is to develop students into leaders with well-defined values. I think in this society, these values are more important today than ever in our history. The female student receiving the Sullivan Award is an outstanding scholar with a 4.0 GPA. But she's also a leader in our campus Baptist Ministries program. She has served her home church, Taylor Road Baptist Church in Montgomery, with great distinction. She has served with disaster relief teams after tornadoes devastated western Kentucky and helped establish a girls' ministry at her church. I might add that it was 30 years ago that I had the pleasure of presenting this same award to her dad, Todd Russell. Please join me in recognizing our female Sullivan Award winner, Miss Elle Russell. Our male student recipient truly does represent the very best of what this world has to offer. He's a member of Alpha Tau Omega fraternity, which each spring holds a 128-mile walk to the sea from Troy to Panama City Beach to raise funds for wounded warriors. This year they raised $125,000 that will go directly to making life better for those men and women who've been wounded in combat. This year, we saw an unusual event when this particular ATO brother made not his first march to the sea, but his fourth. 4 consecutive years doing that. That's over 500 miles of walking on behalf of others. He is also an active member of our SGA, and in the year ahead, he will become a second lieutenant in the United States Army. Please join me in recognizing an outstanding young man, Mr. Justin Thomas. It's indeed a pleasure as we make the last presentation this evening. It's to a special gentleman who has been on our faculty since 2005. He has served as a mentor to literally hundreds, perhaps even thousands of students over the years since he arrived here. He counsels students on many issues, particularly the dangers of substance abuse. His most prominent role, however, has been as our faculty advisor to the International Students Cultural Organization. As I hope you know, we have evolved as Alabama's international university, and so that population of international students, great students from as many as 76 different countries, come to us, and they need leadership, and indeed he has given that leadership. In that role, he has helped our students from other countries literally find their home away from home at Troy. The non-student winner is our colleague, Mr. Joe McCall.
Again, we extend our congratulations to all of our honorees, their families, and thank you for joining us on this very special evening. We will close tonight's honors convocation with the singing of the Alma Mater, performed by the Troy University Collegiate Singers under the direction again of Dr. Scott Sexton, accompanied by Dr. John Ginwright. At the end of the Alma Mater, please remain in place to allow the stage party to recess. I'd ask you now to please stand for the singing of the Alma Mater. You can find the words on page 17 of tonight's program, and we invite you to sing along.